Hey everyone, let's go ahead and get started into our last challenge project. I'm going to use these three photos, the cabin, the smoke, and the reaper. First thing, I'm going to select my cabin photo and drag it over to the smoke. Go ahead and look and see where the smoke is so I know where I want it. I think I want it center. Yeah, let's go and put it center. Next, I'm going to go ahead and create a layer mask for it. And then I'm going to go down to my crop tool and I'm going to bring it all in. That way you can only see the cabin photo. Did a few things before this to make the trees and everything pop at the top and give it that kind of negative look. Messed with the curves a little bit and then saved it. I'm going to go to my paintbrush tool. Go ahead and make it a little bit bigger. A lot bigger. Bigger. Set the opacity, that way it's not completely there, but a little bit in the background. This isn't really looking right. What's going on? Yeah, let's go ahead and undo that, and then you have to be on the layer mask, my bad. And I'm going to use black, that way I'm covering it. And with that opacity, it just kind of makes it look like the smoke is overlaid on it. And probably could just use the paint bucket because I kind of like that darker look up there, so I already have it selected, so I'm just going to go ahead and do the whole thing real quick. And then I'm going to select my Reaper, drag them over, just drop them in there. I'm going to do Command T and resize him. Holding Shift, that way it keeps everything in proportion. Put them about where I'm going to want them. And we're going to do a little bit more, a little smaller. We'll put them there for now. Press Enter, that way it saves it. And then we'll put a layer mask on that as well. Oh, crap. Let's go and use my quick select tool real quick. See if we can't do something with that. Command plus to zoom in, and then holding spacebar as you drag to move it along. Try selecting some of him, and it's a little bit too similar on it. Still not. Let's try up on the head first and see. Nope. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to go down to color range. Move this out of the way so I can select on him. And now, there we go. Selecting that one, it kind of lets everything else be a little transparent on it, so it does a lot of the job for me. Actually kind of like that, so we'll leave it the way it is. And then zoom back out. We're going to go ahead and zoom back. Well, we're going to go ahead and start using the paintbrush and shadow over it. Make my brush a little smaller and take out some of the little details. Zoom in a little bit, that way I can do it a little bit easier. Spacebar and dragging again. And then just kind of go around a little bit with the 100% opacity. Get rid of some of the bigger parts on it. And just kind of make it look like he's blending in there a little bit, so he's there, but he's not really there. Getting rid of these extra straight line smokes, that way it don't look like it was just a box on it. Now I'm going to go ahead and lower the opacity a little bit. And let's start small and see what that does. It's not really as much as I'd like, so we're going to undo it real quick. Step backward. Now we're going to raise it up a bit. Let's go 20. Let's try. Yeah. No, looks alright. We'll do it a couple of times. It's okay. And every time you click, it'll go over a little bit more. So if you drag over the same spot, it's okay. It's not going to do the opacity double until you click on it again. And then just really make him look kind of like he's a ghost in there. Looks pretty good. Now I'm going to go back to the regular photo, and I'm going to select on it, shrink him down a wee bit more. And we're going to go ahead and move him over to the forest line where it's a little bit darker. And it looks like he's coming out from a little path or something. Looks about good. And go back to my cabin photo, and I think I'm going to add a little bit more on it. That way it's a little bit more smoky in spots. And that's all. Thank you guys for watching.